You've probably heard the common saying that people buy from their friends, and that saying definitely holds true on Upwork.com. Now, you may not be able to become friends with your clients before you even meet them, but you can present yourself in a likable, professional way, and that will give you a huge advantage over your competition. Your intro video is a huge part of that, and that's what we're going to cover in this next lesson. So what should go in an intro video? Well, I can't say that I follow Upwork's recommendations to a T, but their advice is a great place to start. As always, I'll put a link to this page in the references section of this lesson, but let's take a quick look at it on my screen. So the title of this is Stand Out with an Introduction Video on Your Upwork Freelancer Profile. So here's the template that they recommend. An introduction, 5 to 10 seconds. Who are you? What services are you offering? How long have you been doing what you're doing? Now, if you've been doing what you're doing for a very short amount of time, then just skip over that. There's no reason to bring it up if it's not going to help you. Next is the objective, 10 to 20 seconds. What types of roles, projects, or clients are you looking to work with? Next, they recommend career highlights, 10 to 20 seconds. And then the conclusion of 5 to 10 seconds. And this is a very important part. What actions do you want the viewer to take after watching your video? Very crucial. You can see that the whole video is only about a minute long, and I really think that that's about right. 60 to 90 seconds should be plenty of time for your intro video. You're not trying to make a feature film here. So their other recommendations include using a digital camera, recording with good lighting, which we will talk about, setting the stage with a clean and quiet background, and then framing your video using the rule of thirds. So positioning yourself slightly off center so your face appears where the lines intersect, as this guy is doing. So overall, I think that this is a pretty good formula to start with. I tend to focus less on my qualifications and more on what the client can expect from me if they were to hire me for a project. It's important that whatever you do, it comes off as authentic and natural. Now, I'm not going to pretend that my intro video is absolutely perfect, but it has worked for me, so I'm going to play it to show you what I've done. Hi, thanks for checking out my profile. My name is Tim, and I specialize in audio production, podcast consulting, and voiceover work. For a full list of everything I can do, please check out the overview section of my profile. And if you don't see your project listed there, feel free to send me a message, and I can usually reply within an hour or two. I just wanted to make this video to talk a little about what it would be like to work with me if you were to hire me for your project. I take every project very, very seriously, and I appreciate every job that's awarded to me, whether it's big or small. I'm also a big believer in communication, and I'm available to answer questions almost any time of any day of the week. I also really believe in doing what I say I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do it. So if I promise you that your project is going to be done by 1 p.m. on some Thursday, you can be assured that your project will be done to your specifications by 1 p.m. on that Thursday. If you have any questions for me, feel free to send me a message. I'm also available on Skype if you would like to interview me. So I really appreciate you checking out my profile, and I appreciate being considered for your project. Now, if you have a friend with decent gear and a good place to shoot, I would recommend you start being very nice to them, starting about now, so that you can ask them for help shooting your intro video. If you don't have that friend, then of course you can make do with what you have. Now, this course is not about video production, but I will show you the basic tools that I use for making my intro video, although I won't go into how I use each. So for my webcam, I use a Logitech HD webcam C615, and that shoots in 1080p, so it's a good option for that price of $45. For lighting, I use a continuous lighting kit, 1600 watts, and I believe that cost me about $65-70 on eBay. For my microphone, I use a Rode Podcaster USB dynamic microphone. Now you can see it's $230. And I actually got this microphone when I first got into podcasting, and I just wanted something nice to start out with. This is probably not the best microphone for the money. There's plenty of USB microphones that cost right around $100 or even less that do a perfectly fine job, maybe even a better job than this. So if you want to get a USB microphone, it does not need to cost you $230 like it did for me. Now, some people find it very hard to remember what they want to say while staring into a camera, and I can certainly empathize with that. Your intro video is only a minute, maybe 2 at the very most, so you should be able to memorize that. But if you can't, you can make a little DIY teleprompter like I have. So this is just using a picture frame. This one here took me about 15 minutes to build because I had everything on hand, and there are plenty of tutorials online on YouTube that you can check out if you want to make one yourself. And then an iPad or an iPhone then sits below the glass and reflects the words so you can read them while looking into the camera. If you have a phone with an iOS or Android operating system, there are plenty of teleprompter apps in their respective app stores that you can download for the teleprompter part of it. For a full list of everything I use, you can check out the references section of this lesson. For webcam software, you can use what comes on your computer. I happen to use a piece of software called Open Broadcast software that you can find online for free. For editing, I use Microsoft Movie Maker that comes with my computer. And then for audio editing and enhancement, I use Adobe Audition. You don't have to edit your audio separately, but since that's my specialty, I do edit and enhance the audio in Adobe Audition. A great free option is a program known as Audacity, and you can find that online, and I'll put the link in the references section of this lesson. So after you've recorded and edited your intro video, all you have to do is upload the video to YouTube. As of now, YouTube links are the only links that Upwork will accept. And of course, this does require a YouTube account, which is completely free. So sign up for a free Gmail address, and if you don't have one already, and upload your intro video to YouTube. Now, to add the intro video, we cannot click on Complete My Profile because there's no option to add the video from there. Just click on Profile. Scroll down to the Overview section, and then you can add the video right there. So click on the link, and we'll go to YouTube and grab the link from there. Next, Upwork asks us, what type of video is this? And we're going to say, me talking about my skills and experience. That's close enough. Then hit Submit. And you are done. Hi, thanks for checking out my profile. Sure enough, it works. We can play our intro video without even leaving Upwork. So your intro video is complete. So the question is, what next? Well, it's everybody's favorite thing to do, and that is testing. It's not too bad, I promise.